body fat percentage was sitting around 29%. And right now, 1 month in, it's been a whole month since I've been on the keto diet, and here's my update. So I can definitely feel that I am more alert. I don't have that brain fog anymore. In a previous video, I did mention my body has been healing. And I don't know if it's healing in the last week because both of my kids had hand, foot, mouth. And I can tell from my data that I probably got the same thing. My immunity is completely trashed for a whole week. I can see that my skin has gotten worse in this last week. But having said that, I did not get the full-blown symptoms of hand, foot, and mouth. I didn't get the sore throat, the blisters on my hand, on the feet, which you can also get as an adult. But my body was definitely fighting the virus. I was in the red pretty much for majority of the week last week. So I don't know, maybe keto has also helped my body fight the virus, or at least give my body the right condition to fight off the virus, so it didn't become a full-blown infection. Metrics-wise, definitely a little bit more snatched, and body fat percentage. So at my highest, my body fat percentage was sitting around 29%. And right now, 1 month into keto, is sitting at 26.8%. So that tells me that I am burning fat, which is good. And I haven't been on this diet for a whole month now. I think it is definitely getting easier on the what to consume side. I have a rhythm around what kind of veggies are on rotation and the carb amount they have. I've pretty much memorized that, so it makes that a lot easier to cook. What else? Another thing I wanted to share is I've been listening to quite a few interview podcasts, still from the Diary of a CEO. And I don't know, he's interviewing all these people talking about the benefits of keto in sessions or something. But anyway, so there was a diabetes expert, and then there was a water fasting expert. Well, something really interesting came out of it was from the water fasting expert, that he is using that as a natural way to help his patients heal. And some of the example he has given on the podcast. So there are patients who are medically diagnosed with high blood pressure. And instead of taking blood pressure medication, so what he has helped these patients do is they come into his clinic and they do a 2-week water fast. So basically they just drink water and don't eat anything for 2 weeks. And then in the 3rd week, they do a slow feeding or refeeding, yes. And they do a refeeding in the 3rd week. And more than majority of these patients actually had positive outcome. They don't need to rely on blood pressure medication anymore. And they followed these patients for a year. They've been able to maintain their new healthy lifestyle that they learned from the clinic, especially after the fasting, the refeeding process. Also taught them how to eat more healthily. And they've been able to stay off the blood pressure medication, be able to maintain normal blood pressure without any medication. And as you know, I'm a big fan of healing without medication, without pills, because you just never know what kind of chemicals are you putting in your body. Every chemical you put in your body, there is unknown side effects, right? Unintended consequences. And I thought that is so interesting that fasting itself, it's a reset for your body and can manage all of these diseases like blood pressure, high blood pressure, diabetes without medication, which I think a lot of Americans are on, unfortunately. And what he suggested is for healthy people who don't have these conditions can still benefit from fasting. And you might do once a year, 1 week water fast to kind of reboot your system. And he talked about how that changes your gut microbiome, your insulin resistance. So now that I'm on this sort of keto journey and really deeply trying to understand the research around insulin and insulin resistance, this is all just very interesting to me. Would you try a water fast, or have you tried a water fast? Let me know in the comments.